Good afternoon, you're very welcome along to the Ladies Football Show in association with the 42.ie. We are in the 42.ie studios in Dublin City Centre, and it's a TG4 All-Star special for you this afternoon. And we have our very own Emma Duffy, who's on the tour, and she is in Bangkok at the moment. We're going to check in with Emma straight away. Emma, how are you?
I'm good, Jackie. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. So you're over, you've landed safe, everything okay over there?
We have just about now. Everything's going really well so far. So we got to the hotel about 3 o'clock today, our time obviously, and kind of had a bit of downtime, chance to kind of nap a bit, have showers and whatnot, and then we're back out for a barbecue and stuff by the pool this evening even. Okay. So it's been fun, yeah.
How's everyone adjusting to the time change and everything and the jet lag? Any of that kicked in yet?
Yeah, it's been okay now because we had 2 flights coming over. So we went to Dubai first, which was 7 hours, and then had a 3-hour layover. So obviously we had a time change there with the time zones. And then from Dubai to Bangkok then was 5 hours. So everyone was fairly tired now on the second flight, it has to be said. There was a lot of sleepy heads, but we got here in one piece, and yeah, everyone's in great form now at the minute.
Excellent. So it was a tiring journey, Emma.
Yeah, it was very tiring now. So we stayed in the Crow Park Hotel on Monday night, and then we left the Crow Park Hotel at 9:30 then Tuesday morning, and then to Dublin Airport, bit of hanging around, and then our flight was at around 1 o'clock. So yeah, it feels like a year ago now since we left Ireland, but not tiring, but good, worth it.
Excellent. Everyone's in good form?
Everyone's in great form, yeah. They're all happy out now down by the pool. I think a few of them are jumping in at this stage. But everyone's in good form. Everyone's just happy to be here. It's a really nice group. Kind of good spread from counties across the country, which is nice. And
was there an official welcome for you guys when you arrived?
When we arrived, yeah, there was an amount of staff from the hotel out to welcome us, and they had drinks and they had face cloths for us and they had whatnot. So it was really nice. And then we had a barbecue this evening put on by the hotel, and then tomorrow we have another kind of a welcome dinner tomorrow evening. So we've a few activities during the day first. So we have a cruise, and I think we could be going to a temple or something. There's talk of that tomorrow. Excellent. But there's a kind of a dinner tomorrow evening, fairly smart affair, so that should be fun.
Excellent. What's happening for the rest of the week then, Emma?
The rest of the week, yeah, I suppose the focus is on Saturday. So Saturday is the day of the exhibition match between 2016 and 17 All-Stars. Friday they'll have a training session, and then Saturday, I think Friday there's a few of us then going to meet the Irish ambassador. So there's a group of 7 or 8 of us heading, and then that's while the girls are training. And then the match is on Saturday, and there's a coaching session and stuff on before the match. So Saturday is going to be a busy day, so should be fun. And then that evening,
the Chula Longhorn Stadium, I think I've got that right. It's quite a mouthful. It looks very impressive on any pictures we've seen on social media, and that it should be quite an experience for the girls.
It should be fun, yeah. They're really looking forward to it. They can't wait to see what the jerseys are like and whatnot. So they're happy out in their new gear and stuff. So yeah, that should be fun. Now the game's at 2:30 on Saturday, and then afterwards we'll have dinner, and I'm sure we'll catch the Ireland-England rugby match then.
I mean, you've probably got a sense of the organisation and planning that goes into a trip like this, and some of the staff from LGFA offices are there as well. It's a phenomenal piece of work to get everybody over there.
Oh, it's incredible. Like, there's such an amount of people on the tour, like so much goes on behind the scenes that you don't even realise, and it's been going on for months at this stage. Even just trying to get everyone, like trying to get the group of there must be about 50 people on the tour nearly, like trying to get everyone through the airports and whatnot and into the hotels and checked in, like it's crazy. But no, it's been brilliant, and everyone's been really helpful and in great form.
What did you have for your first meal when you arrived? Did you sample any of the local delicacies yet?
We had nothing too crazy. Now they put on a barbecue at the pool, so we had burgers and there was ribs and salads and stuff like that, and yeah, there was a bit of couscous and rice, kind of all normal enough stuff. But I'm sure we'll have God knows what by the end of the week. There was some octopus now, but I didn't try that.
Very cool.
Wasn't feeling brave.
Come here. I suppose the local GA people there, the Thailand GA and the Asian County Board, are hugely excited by this trip as well. Are you getting that sense as well, Emma?
Of course, yeah. One of the girls came in and spoke to us just before dinner. She joined us for dinner. She's the captain of the junior team out here. She's from Kildare. So she was lovely and answered any questions that needed to be asked and whatnot. So yeah, she was telling us all about the city itself, and you know, even just from meeting the staff in the hotel as well. They've been so lovely, and you know, all the locals seem like really, really nice people, and so it's good.
Excellent. TG4 are on the trip, obviously, as sponsors of the championships, and very much involved in the tour. Ronan and Grania McElwain and Mikey then from Nematon. Have you had a chance to chat to those guys yet and their plans for the week ahead?
Yeah, I literally was just chatting to Ronan and Grania just before we came up to the room. So they're happy out. Ronan was just asking, you know, plans for Saturday, and he's gonna be doing a fair bit of live tweeting, but so that'll be fun. And then yeah, just different videos and stuff. So Jerome Quinn is here also, so he's had a video up from the airport, quite a nice one with Noel Healy, so he'll be flat out through the week as well.
Excellent. I believe you have one of the travelling party with you in the room as well, Aishling Moloney, who's been making plenty of headlines over the last couple of days. We might have a quick chat with Aishling while she's there as well. And look after yourself for the week, and thanks for coming on, Emma.
I will do. Thanks a million, Jackie.
So yeah, Aishling Moloney is on the line to us in Bangkok as well. How are you, Aishling?
Hello, how are you all? Greetings from here.
Very good. How was the flight?
The flight now, the first flight was 7 hours. It was pretty long. My legs were squished up against the seat. I found it tough going, but no, it was grand. They were long hauls. The second flight was 5 hours, but it was worth it in the end. Like, the scenes here are absolutely stunning. So it was all well worth it.
You must be tired, you know, physically, emotionally, after the last few days that you've had. It's been quite a few days, Aishling.
Yeah, it is. Physically and mentally it is draining, but I suppose you want to know different, really. I suppose the celebrations have to be done, but no, I was quite upset leaving the girls at home coming here, but again, this is a massive honour for me, and it's a massive privilege to come here and be a part of this with girls from different counties, and it's an amazing experience, and it's something that I wouldn't have turned down.
Emma spoke about Jerome Quinn and the great videos that he does, and he's on tour with you guys as well, Aishling. So he's labelled last Sunday's Gourmet Food Parlour O'Connor Cup final as the Aishling Moloney final. There was some nice footage of you coming out of the sin bin. We won't talk too much about that. But you got on the ball straight away. What were you thinking when you came back on? Did you feel you had a real point to prove when you got back on the pitch?
I suppose it was shock really that I was on the sideline. I was standing there and I was kind of like, cheekers, you know, like what could I have done to prevent this? But even the management on the sideline were kind of consoling me, saying that there's nothing I could have done. They found it a bit harsh, but I suppose the hair was standing on the back of my neck, and the nerves were going, and you could see UL tipping over scores, and they were getting frees and stuff like that, and it was just heading their way. And even I spoke to the girls beforehand, and I was like, we have been thereabouts the last few years, and one thing we didn't want to do this year was let it behind us. But coming onto the pitch, I suppose I had 10 minutes of a break, so it probably did me the world of good. And I suppose just the way the game went when I came on the field, everything just fell into place, and Sarah got on the ball and she gave me the ball, and Ash Sheridan won an excellent penalty, and things just tipped on from there. But yeah, no, we were lucky to get there in the end, really. But it was probably a sweeter way of winning it too. It made it even more enjoyable. And
as captain as well, to win it and to win the player of the match and to lift the trophy, great stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of a nice day in total with the whole Mother's Day video and that. But
absolutely, yeah. If people haven't seen it, Lidl Ireland commissioned a video with yourself and Gertie, which has just gone absolutely nuts on social media.
Yeah, I suppose with winning the All Ireland with Tip last year, like, it was one in a million. But I feel last Sunday I just had this different feeling in me. After the game, I couldn't even speak, get words out of my mouth, as you probably could notice from the speech. I didn't even know what I was saying. I was on another planet. But it was really nice. It was lovely. Mum was below me, sure, she was crying with happiness and stuff like that. So it's kind of the family touch as well. When you're winning stuff like that and making them proud, it just gives you that extra drive on even more. Like,
and the photo of yourself and Mum and your dad as well after at full time, that was special too, Aishling.
Yeah, I suppose it's something that you're going to have for your future and you can look back on in years to come. Obviously in the moment you're like thinking about this then afterwards, and like you're not really cherishing the moment while it's there, but in years to come that'll be a lovely photo to look back on and show the cousins and the children and whatnot in years to come. So it was lovely. Absolutely.
Actually, the penalty that Sarah stuck away, there was a bit of chat between you guys. You're very good friends. off the pitch, but when you get on the pitch you want to do the business. What was the conversation there? Because I presume you probably fancied it in some way too.
Well, to be honest, Sarah was told to be on the penalties,
Okay.
but I was close to the ball. I picked up the ball and she said, "You take it." But I suppose, to be honest, I was a bit jittery after coming on from the sin bin. Like, my head was all over the place and I couldn't concentrate. And she knew that I didn't have the confidence to do it, so I just asked her to do it, and she stepped up and marked and thankfully she put it away.
Yeah, brilliant. You're looking forward to the rest of the week in Bangkok, Aishling?
Yeah, it's exciting here. I'm actually just looking at the itinerary. I didn't get a chance to look at it with everything going on, but even we're going on a cruise tomorrow now, an exhibition game on Friday, I think it is, and training the kids. That'll be really nice to be training them and helping out in terms of their skills and stuff. So we're really looking forward to it as a group.
Yeah, I say the jet lag is kicking in, all right. I think the exhibition game is Saturday.
Is it? Yeah, no, sorry about that. I'm getting this
You're
all
all right.
Emma's only after handing this to me now to look at it, but I'm just taking what's coming here throughout the week. But,
Absolutely, it's been a hectic time. And when you come back to business then with Tipperary, Aishling, you're 4 from 4 in Division 2 of the Lidl National League after coming up from Division 3. It's quite a run you guys are on.
Yeah, it is. I suppose a lot of the girls on any county team really in Ireland is playing both college and county, and it was tough going there for a while, and it is at the same time. It is college. It was lovely, but it is kind of nice to have that little bit of a space now in between. But I suppose, yeah, we are on a bit of a run at the minute, but like, I wouldn't be taking anything for granted. We set out at the start of the year. We knew what we were up against, the teams we were up against. We knew it was going to be hard, and things are just happened to fall into our place and go our way. But we're not getting carried away with ourselves. We're not taking anything for granted. We know what's ahead of us. We won't be settling till we get our main goal.
I guess there's that bit of momentum from last year as well. Aishling went through the season unbeaten, won the All-Ireland as well. It's just bounced back into this year as well.
Yeah, I was even saying to the girls earlier, I was like, it's gas that when you win something, it really gels the team together. And I suppose last year, setting out with Tip, the team bonding wasn't probably as great as what it was towards the end of the year, which is normal for any team really. Any county team, even Dublin will tell you that, the Cork girls would tell you that. It's totally different. And I suppose because we were spending so much time with each other over them winter months, meeting up, having a few quiet ones and that, a few pints of water, I suppose that helped in terms of coming back this year. We weren't separated for that long, and we were coming in as best friends again, meeting each other them a few times a week, and it just made it a whole lot easier. But yeah, no, sure, we'll take things as they come, and like hopefully we might be successful. And if we got to Division 2, it'd be a massive step for us. But sure, look, we'll have to wait and see what way things fall into place.
Yeah, league first, obviously, and your main concentration is on that when you come home. Looking a little bit down the line, it's Cork in a TG4 Munster semi-final, which is going to be some battle.
Yeah, when I saw that draw coming in, I was like, I have all teams to get Cork. Like, but sure, look, as I said before, you want to be competing against the best, and that's where you want to be. You don't want to be down in, like, we came out from intermediate last year. We wanted to get out there for a reason. We want to be up senior. We want to be competing. And I suppose, like, you have to set yourself a challenge, and it gets more exciting then when you do set yourself a challenge. Like, I was going out now trying to beat Cork, who are reigning champions with numerous years. Like, that's going to be a massive challenge for us as a group collectively. And I suppose it creates a lot of barriers, and even getting over mindsets there as well, and it's something that we need to shrug the shoulders and get on with and see what we can do. Okay,
we have a couple of questions in for you, Aishling.
Oh God.
Greetings from a wet sideline. Question for Aishling in the interview. Following a week of gourmet food during O'Connor Cup weekend, would she arrange an inter-county college bush tucker trial with a selection of local Thai delicacies? If you did that, who'd be on board with something like that? Who'd be crazy enough for it?
Who would I pick first?
Yeah.
Who, like, can it be anyone, like?
Of course it can.
A bush tucker trial.
Sarah Rowe would probably be one, would she?
Sarah Rowe's I say Maren Atkinson, to be honest. She'd give it a good go.
Good. And another question onto that. If not, what is the strangest local food you've tasted this week? You probably haven't got a chance to get stuck into any of the local delicacies yet. Yeah,
so before we even got to Thailand, we were landed with a few things on the plane. I didn't know what they looked like, but I didn't even go near them. But yeah, even as Emma was saying here, like, I went down we had a buffet tonight and just loads of different food. It was so nice. But saw octopus and shrimp and the whole lot, and I was like, geez, not going back, leave my mammy spuds and cabbage back home and eating that stuff. But no, it's only been day one and we've already came across foods like that, but I'm sure we'll come across more extravagant ones now throughout the week.
Excellent. And just another question for you before we let you go, Aishling. We just promoted the show on our social media channels earlier on Instagram, and Dan Moloney got in touch. And his question for you, Aishling, is: did you find it tough growing up in a house where your siblings are better GAA players, or did it help develop your game? Now's your chance to respond.
They gave me a good baiting when I was younger. They used to be baiting me around the place. I used to get away with murder with them. He'll admit that himself. No, but even growing up when I was younger, like, I started out playing with the lads. Like, would never, like, always went to their training sessions, would be kicking with their friends in goal and stuff. And I suppose even in terms of that, they'd make it a bit hardy, like. So I'll definitely have to leave the cat out of the bag here and tell you that they were baiting me around when I was younger. So maybe that hardened me up a bit. I don't know.
Now, Dan, I hope you're watching. Actually, just getting back to the TG4 All Stars tour and the nature of it. Just how much of an honour is it for you to be a member of this travelling group?
I suppose, like, when I got the phone call first, I was absolutely delighted to come on board. It's an absolute privilege and honour to be here today and for the rest of the week as well, and looking at the itinerary here and all the stuff and opportunities we're getting to do over here in Bangkok. Like I probably would have never went to Bangkok in my life only for this. So it's that opportunity alone. But in terms of the girls, like, you're playing against them from different counties. Like, you probably hate each other on the field, and it's a total different scene here today. Like, every girl is getting on with each other and everyone's friends. I suppose when we go back to the football pitch now fairly soon next week, we'll be the opposite. But no, it's an absolute, like, I'm absolutely honoured and privileged to be here today. Like, it's a one in a lifetime opportunity, and I suppose, again, like last weekend, it's only in the future I'm going to look back and really think, like, what an honour and privilege it was. But no, I really enjoy the fact that you're meeting girls from other counties and stuff like that. It kind of makes the experience a whole lot more special. Yeah,
it might help to break down barriers in some ways, Aishling. That you might have preconceptions about players from other counties, but when you get to know them, that totally changes.
Yeah, I suppose you obviously are going to have your preconceptions. You're on the field and you're pulling the jersey off each other. I suppose even last weekend, me and Nicola Ward had a bit of a tizzy, like, but then off the pitch, then we're great friends, like. But no, it is very true. Like, sure, you can even have All-Ireland finalists here last year, Dublin and Mayo, and, like, obviously that was a big thing between the two of them, and them girls getting on here today, and it's great to see. Like, it's what the J is all about, really. And I suppose even in terms of promoting that to youngsters and stuff, and getting them seeing that, and seeing that it's not all about winning, it's not all about whatever, it's all about the friendships and enjoyment that you get out of it.
Final question, Aishling, before we let you go, and you're very good with your time. Gertie and Martin obviously are very, very important people in your life, and you've spoken about them, and we saw the video last weekend. How is Mam taken to the status as an internet superstar?
Sure, it was gas when that was being videoed. Sure, Little came down, and sure, she had one of the girls from Dublin. I was saying she wanted breakfast. Mam wanted to know, do you want breakfast? And she had the full Irish on the whole lot, about 100 sausages laid out on the table, make and force them to eat it. But no, Mam, like, sure, it's such a nice thing to have looking back on it. Again, it's something again in the future. At this moment in time, like, everything is you're just going with everything that comes to you, and in the future I'll look back on it. But no, I really do speak highly about Mum and Dad. Like, they're really close to me in terms of sport, both on and off the pitch, and I do really look up to them. But Mam has been enjoying the crack, really. The girls in DCU have gave her an awful sagging about it, but she's only loving it, really, so it was all good. Good
stuff, Aishling. Well, they've reared an absolute topper, and enjoy your trip and look after yourselves in Bangkok. That's Aishling Moloney. Aishling, we're going to let you go. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, cheers, thanks a million.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Yeah, so that's Aishling Moloney from Bangkok. Very, very good to take the call, the Skype call live to Bangkok, and Emma Duffy, of course, of the 42 here also on the trip as well. So that's it from the Ladies Football Show this week. Jackie Cahill stepping in as Emma is on tour, obviously, in Bangkok, and we'll be back with more Ladies Football chat next week. Thanks for tuning in.